here at an investment property that we bought a few years ago. This house was built in the 1950s. And actually we're just doing this video because we get folks that want to do a big remodel, and this is probably the best way we're doing it. If you look over here, so it's way easier. And then back at the house. So basically what we're doing is folks have moved out and now nobody's in the house. So we're doing a cosmetic refresh. I'm gonna say houses almost need that once you get into the 20, 30 year mark. That's when people will start considering most things outdated. Sometimes you get into plumbing and wiring and HVAC depending on how old the house is. We actually had the plumbing, wiring, and HVAC done in this place maybe 10 years ago. So it's in decent shape. So what we're doing is the upper level is being redone with kitchen, bath, flooring, all the trim, totally repaint it. So basically it'll bring it in 2024 from some of the older finishes in there. I think it had a bit of an update maybe 15 years ago, but everything is starting to get too ratty inside. So it had to be pulled again to try and bring it current. And let's do a quick walkthrough. In this house, we actually, all the trim work was being pulled. The baseboards, the trim work around the windows. Flooring's gonna end up being pulled out of the kitchen. And, go ahead. Sorry. And then we'll end up putting new floors, the same floor, all the way across and all the way through. Which is more current standard right now. Everybody tends to like the same material rolled right through. So the kitchen is being pulled right now. Definitely seen better days. And this is part of the kitchen. That's all going to end up in the bin by the end of the day, likely. Bathroom was probably done 25 years ago, but it's definitely due for an update, so it's being pulled the next day or so. And again, we actually ended up ripping out some things like wainscoting and stuff like that, because I find when people own the house for a few years, they end up with this type of baseboard in this room, this type of trim work in that room, and it all feels pieced together and doesn't seem to flow at all. So it'll all get new trim. And the same floor will end up coming up here as well, just to make it flow down into the downstairs also. So anyway, if you're looking at an older house and contemplating going through this process, this is by far the easiest way to do it, and that's basically you move out or you don't move into it. We drop the 40-yard bin, everything gets stripped, you let the contractors do their work, and then you move in after, and you'll have a nice 19 or totally updated house. So we'll take a couple photos after we're done and just so you can see the finished product.